on the gridiron or courtside, you know what time it is. It's
Sports plus life. Sports plus life.
ringside or front court or field pass, we ballin', no. Knuckle up or buckle up, I tell it like it is when I'm on my show. Home run, slam dunk, knockout, or got some dough.
Sports plus life.
Yeah.
Sports plus life.
Ah.
Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's really good? It's your boy Brandon Brevon Town, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. You feel me? And you already know what's going down today. So guess what? Guess what? Turn it off, turn it off, turn it all the way off. Now, yeah, how's everybody doing today? Oh, if I came in sounding a little loud, I've had the microphone repositioned for the last day because I actually was dropping a verse this weekend. Didn't finish it because I don't do music like I used to. I do put more of my energy to this. But so I haven't repositioned my microphone. I actually like where it's at because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna sound clearer. This, that, and the third, yada yada yada. We love chicken. But anyway, please allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. That there's sports podcast where we talk about all of the necessary topics in sports and all of the necessary topics in life. And it is a beautiful day. It is Monday, June the 12th, 2023. And, well, my kids are officially out of school. Their summer vacation officially started Friday after they got out of school on a half day. So again, I now officially have a 7th grader and I have a 2nd grader. Yeah. So cool for them. Definitely cool for them. But beautiful day. It's not technically summer yet, but a beautiful day, about 86, 88 degrees today in the Richmond of the VA or the Henrico of the VA, or where I'm working at now, the Hanover of the VA, whichever. But I'd like to give shout outs, first of all, to not just my black and gold fam, but to my fam in general. How's everybody doing? Love you all. Hope everybody has a wonderful and blessed week. And, so it's time for Roman and London to start doing some stuff for the summertime. We went swimming yesterday. We had us a good old time. Shout out to you, Puma. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, to be honest with you, though. I know it's early June. I'm ready for September. Like, real talk. Honestly, I'm even saying I'm even ready to skip past my birthday. Only thing I'm worried about, I'm worried about 2 days this summer. July 29th for the fight, and August 12th for Roman's birthday. Other than that, I could give a fizz naive about the rest of this summer. Excuse me, I'm being dead serious. But are you guys ready to enter the realm of sports? I'm ready. You ready? We ready? They all ready. Let's get to it. The NBA Finals continue on, but I think this is going to be the last night of NBA basketball for about the next 4 months. The Denver Nuggets, coming into last week's show, the series was tied 1-1, heading back to Miami for games 3 and 4, with Miami winning at Denver in game 2. The Denver Nuggets proceeded to win game 3 and 4 in Miami, and they are now on the precipice of winning their first ever NBA championship in franchise history. Game 3, Jamal Murray did his thing. Jamal Murray really did his thing. Jokic did his thing. And you were like, okay, well, after game 3, you're thinking, hey, the Nuggets have taken home court back. But Mike Malone, their coach, said, oh, no. We ain't coming here to just win 1. We coming here to win 2. And Denver looks to be taking they're taking the approach that, yeah, this may be an 8 seed. Yeah, we may be hearing all playoffs long about how they have undrafted players, yada, yada, yada. But they made the finals for a reason. They put out the team who was predicted to win the championship, the team that I predicted to win the championship, in the Milwaukee Bucks, put them out in the first round. So, and then you put out the Knicks, and then you put out the Celtics. So they earned their way to the NBA Finals. But the Nuggets, some of the things that are going so correctly for the Nuggets are, one, they are showing Miami the respect that you need to show a team who's accomplished what Miami has accomplished during this postseason run. Two, they're healthy. They're healthy. Like they're the healthiest team they were the healthiest team in the playoffs. Honestly, from round 2 on, particularly after Chris Paul got hurt, and so on, and the series against Phoenix, and so on and so forth. But they're the healthier team, and they're just better. I hear people, saying, well, hey, the Heat can dig down deep and force this back to Miami. They very well can. One player that I'm definitely not going to sleep on is Jimmy Butler. But as a whole, the Denver Nuggets are just a better team than the Miami Heat. Now, initially, I called the Nuggets to win this series in 5 games. I said 5 hard-fought, gritty games. And again, Game 3, the Nuggets won by double digits. It was hard fought. It's because, for whatever reason, I don't understand why, when the Nuggets get up 20 or so on the Heat, they take their foot off the gas. But they won Game 3 and then won Game 4 by double digits. But Game 4 is the one, if you're Miami, you have to steal, because Jokic, who was dealing with foul trouble, didn't have a Jokic game by his standards. 23 points, 12 rebounds, just 4 assists. That's been a key for Miami. They said, hey, let Joker score, and then let Jokic get 40, as long as he doesn't dish out 10 assists. Well, he didn't even get 30 and didn't even dish out 5 assists. And Jamal Murray, who's been his consistent co-star, had 15 points on 5 of 17 shooting, but he had 12 dimes. So your 2 stars from Denver were pretty much held in check. What happens then? Aaron Gordon. Remember Aaron Gordon, dunk contest legend, who used to be with the Orlando Magic, played Casper on Uncle Drew, has a career playoff high in Game 4, 27 points on 11 of 15 shooting, including 3 of 4 three-pointers. And then off the bench, you had Bruce Brown going 8 of 11, scoring 21 points, including 3 of 5 three-point shots. And on the contrary, for Miami, and it's not like their balance scoring was horrible. Jimmy Butler had 25. Bam Adebayo had 20. You had 4 more players in double figures. Kevin Love with 12, Duncan Robinson with 12, Caleb Martin with 11, Kyle Lowry with 13. So it's not like you weren't getting balanced scoring. Here's the problem for the Miami Heat, at least in Game 4. I'm just saying this specifically for Game 4. Your starting backcourt, Gabe Vincent and Max Strus, went a combined 1 for 10 for 2 points. On the contrary, while Jamal Murray didn't play great, Contavious Caldwell-Pope didn't light the world on fire either. He had 7 points, but combined backcourt, Denver's backcourt, starting backcourt, 22 points. Miami starting backcourt, 2. Okay. What are you supposed to do with that? If you're the Miami Heat, what are you supposed to do with that? And that's the game. Like, every team in a championship run has that game where, your star is not gonna have his typical night, whether it's because of foul trouble, whether he's just off, and you're gonna need other players to step up. Every team goes through that in a championship run. Game 4 was Denver's night to do that. Aaron Gordon, who was capable, remember in Orlando, Aaron Gordon was the number 1 option. He's capable, yes, but him being a 4th option here, suits him better, and I think he's about to win an NBA championship. You haven't gotten max scoring results anyway from Michael Porter Jr. because Michael Porter Jr. has been trying harder on the defensive end. He's been given effort on the defensive end. But I believe Game 4 was the game that you had to steal if you were the Miami Heat. But the bottom line is, Denver's just better. This has been an amazing run by the Miami Heat. considering that they barely made the playoffs because of that stupid play-in game scenario. Because in the regular season, Miami finishes the 7th seed. They should have never been the 8th seed, but I digress, because I don't like the play-in format, especially affecting the 7th seed. That's ridiculous. But for them to make this run, even if they were the 7th seed, even if they were technically the 7th seed getting to the finals, that's still a hell of an accomplishment. The New York Knicks did it in 1999. I'm not going to front. I think that New York Knicks team in 1999 was better than this Miami Heat team of 2023. I will believe this till the day that I die, that if Patrick Ewing doesn't get hurt in the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe that the Knicks win that championship. But, again, I digress. I'm talking about something that's 24 years old. But the Heat should be applauded. The Miami Heat should be applauded. And again, this series, I have no dog in the fight whatsoever. I have no dog in the fight. It's not the Lakers or anything like that. But even though the Nuggets swept the Lakers, I don't hate the Denver Nuggets. If this was the Spurs or Portland, somebody who I really can't motherfucking stand when it comes to playoff competition, yeah, I'd feel some type of way. But I think it's going to be cool to see a team that's never won a championship win a championship. I think you're going to start seeing the respect for Nikola Jokic elevate more and more and more, and he will probably be called the best player in the world after he wins a championship and wins Finals MVP. You're going to start seeing Jamal Murray make probably about a good 4 or 5 All-Star games following this championship. Will we see the Nuggets win another championship? And I know it's kind of jumping the gun a little early because they have to go out there and win the game. And a closeout game is the most difficult thing to do. And I do believe Miami is going to come out and show heart. Again, I just say this. Denver's the better team. Again, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Eric Spoelstra. I think Jimmy Butler is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think the narrative that surrounded Jimmy Butler as far as him not being a franchise player or a player that he can't be the best player on a championship team, I don't believe that. Because for one, now he has not won a championship, but he's led a team to 2 NBA Finals and 3 Eastern Conference Finals. That's got to count for something. On a Miami Heat team that in 2020, if you looked at their lineup, if you looked at the Miami Heat's roster from 2020 to 2023, and you see with that resume 2 NBA Finals appearances, 3 Eastern Conference Finals appearances, last year being the number 1 seed in the East in a conference with Giannis and Embiid and Tatum. And you look at that resume, and last year, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. You look at that roster and see that resume attached to it, and your best player is Jimmy Butler. I don't believe the narrative is that he can't be the best player on a championship team. The problem is, in the championships that he has, in the 2 finals appearances that he has been in, they've just been outmatched. Now, honestly, I think the bubble final series against the Lakers was more so bad luck because in game 1 you had Goran Dragic and Bam Adebayo getting injured and having to miss a couple of games, which severely hindered Miami's chances. But in this series, the Nuggets are better. They're a better team. When the Nuggets beat Phoenix and the Lakers beat Golden State, again, I said to my homeboy Lou, I said the Nuggets are the most well-balanced team left in the playoffs. I said, they're going to be a problem. I said, nobody believes in them because they've never seen them do it. That's fair. Okay. We have to see it to believe it. That's fair. But just because we've never seen it done by them doesn't mean that we will never see it done by them because we're about to see it tonight. Just because we've never seen it before doesn't mean that we won't ever be able to see it. Because again, I believe by the time I do this show next week, that the Denver Nuggets will be reigning, defending NBA champions. Now, what do you think that does for Denver's status when it comes to Vegas odds for next year? Or, are they going to be widely viewed as the team of the future, or at least the the team now that you have to go through because, the West is still going to have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Kawhi Leonard, barely, and Paul George. They're still going to have these teams that are sexier names than the Denver Nuggets, but are good people going to give them the respect that they deserve as being the team to beat when next season starts and the Nuggets are the defending champions? Are they going to get more national pub? Because to be honest, just listening to all of these, listening to all of the sports shows, which I listen to, and the podcasts and things like that, when the playoffs started, the Nuggets were number 1 seed. They were an afterthought. And I'm just being honest. It was all about Phoenix. It was all about Phoenix. It was all about the Lakers-Grizzly winner. It was all about the Golden State Warriors. The Nuggets were about the 5th team that you thought about coming out of the West, let alone winning the championship, and they were the number 1 seed. They were the number 1 seed for a reason. We have to put some respect on their name. I guess the best way you can make people put respect on your name is by hoisting that fucking trophy. And I believe they're about to do that. I believe they do it tonight. And I believe Jimmy Butler's going to show out. I think he's going to have high 20s, low 30s tonight. I think he's going to go out like a champion. But I think Jokic going to go out like a champion too, as is Jamal Murray. And I think Michael Porter Jr. finally has his big game tonight. And when I say big game, has around 20, maybe about 23 points. I see him hitting about 4 or 5 threes today. I could be wrong. I could be dead right. But it is what it is. But one thing I am certain on is this. The Denver Nuggets are going to win it all tonight. Thank you, Drive Through. Now, in other NBA news, and this still revolves around the finals, Tyler Hero is going to attempt to play tonight in Game 5. I guess you figure you have nothing to lose. And again, the way I felt about Tyler Hero returning to action for the Heat during the playoffs, remember, he broke his hand in the very first playoff game of this season. The very first playoff game and very first round. So he's been out since April. My thing with Tyler Hero is the Heat got to this point without him. Are you going to mess up chemistry and camaraderie because you're going to be taking somebody's minutes? Now, if you told me that without shadow of a doubt, Tyler Hero is going to give you 20 points per night, I would be the first one to say, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Come on, bring him on. Of course, because in this series, offense has been the problem, but you can't guarantee that. Now he has to get NBA legs back under him. And if anything, he will probably be attacked by the Nuggets on the defensive end. That's what I would do. If I was Mike Malone, I would attack Tyler Hero the second he got on the floor. So, and Mike Malone also said he wants his team to play desperate as if they were down 3-1 rather than being up 3-1. And I like that approach. Even though you got your foot on their throat, play like you are the team that is fighting for their playoff life. And he said this, my biggest concern going into any closeout game is human nature and fighting against that. Most teams, when you're up 3-1, they come up for air. They relax and they just kind of take it for granted. Like, oh, we're going to win this. Well, I've been saying that about the Denver Nuggets for the whole damn series. Every time they get up by 20 on the Heat, they take it for granted, and thus the Heat are back in the game. And plus, I'm pretty sure the Nuggets want to celebrate on their home court. I think, winning a championship is fine regardless. Like, last year was one in Boston, even though it was by Golden State. Winning it on your home court, the party that will be in that stadium and the party that will be in the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado, that'll be cool for those players. Just as long as don't nobody start acting stupid. That's all I'm saying. As long as nobody start acting stupid, I think that'll be cool for the Nuggets. And I think they're going to follow their coach's advice because now Mike Malone also is putting himself, he will be putting himself in the category as one of the league's best coaches. And because he's been in Denver, this is his 8th season in Denver. Again, like I said, the Nuggets have always had talent. It's just that nobody has truly believed in them because we haven't seen it done. But again, I'm going to say this. We're going to see it done tonight. And Denver Nuggets will be your NBA champions. Okay? And shout out to Kevin Love. Just had a baby, and he's still planning to play. Good for you, sir. You be there for that. You play, and you let your newborn child know, hey, daddy's going to try and do this for you. Even though he's going to be coming to see his newborn baby a defeated person as far as the series is concerned. But Kevin Love does have a ring, so, you know, I'm just saying. And that's just me being stupid and ignorant. But anyway, also look, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happened this week, and particularly this weekend in sports. Again, this revolves around the NBA Finals, okay? In Game 4, I don't know if it was a halftime show or what. The Miami Heat mascot, Bernie, I guess that's his name, came out with some boxing gloves on, and who comes on the floor with said mascot? Conor McGregor. So Conor McGregor was trying to market this new muscle relaxer spray that he's partnered with, and they had a planned skit. Now in the skit, Conor McGregor is to, fake knock out the mascot and then start spraying the muscle spray on him, I guess to say, hey, see, my muscle spray works. See, I can knock the shit out of you, and the muscle spray will make you feel just fine. Oh, all right, here we go. Now, this is a case of when keeping it scripted goes horribly, horribly wrong. I don't know if you guys saw it. Unfortunately, I'm not doing a YouTube live. Otherwise, I'd just show it. But I actually just posted it on my YouTube shorts. Conor McGregor knocked the fuck out of that mascot.
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
And then on top of that, what made it even more special was when the mascot was laying flat on his back, he punched him again in the face. I'm sorry. Now, I only laugh because, for one, the guy is all right, but he had to go to the emergency room. Like, he got cold cocked for real. The only reason why I laugh is because one is Conor McGregor. The fact that it was supposed to be scripted made it so special. The fact that it was Conor McGregor made it even funnier. And the fact that this dude now, if he play his cards right, should not be being a mascot for nobody no more after this. Because that ain't nothing a good old fat check can't handle. Dude is all right, but that ain't nothing that a fat check can't handle, because what are you going to do if you're Conor McGregor? You can't say you didn't do it. Everybody saw you do it. You did it at dead center court of a sold-out basketball arena during the NBA Finals. I'm like, yo, when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. Conor McGregor puts a mascot in the ER? I'm like, nah, man, what the hell did Conor McGregor do? So I'm like, okay, I see the mascot with the boxing gloves on, and I'm like, okay, so this had to have been a planned skit. And I'm like, why did he hit him so hard? And then why did he hit him again when he was on his back? Was it because the fans were booing him when they announced his name? I don't know. But it's like, bruh, lighten up. It's a mascot. I mean, I understand you're trying to sell a muscle relax product, but if you watch that clip, he knocked the shit out of that dude. And maybe you figure, okay, well, he's got the costume on, he's just a big stuffed animal, the plush costume, he should be able to take it. If you see the way that mascot got hit, and then hit right dead in the center of the face when he was flat on his back, I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, damn, bruh. I'm talking about cold, clean cock. This man knocked him the fuck out. And then they dragged him off the court. I know that was part of the skit, and kudos for the people who were part of that skit that stayed in character. But the fact that they dragged him off the court like that, oh my God. Imagine if that was an NFL player who just got cold cocked, like who got knocked out like that. Then they just dragged him by his feet off the field. Oh my goodness. That shit to me was funny. That shit to me was just the whole incident, because again, like I said, it was supposed to be scripted, and y'all know when keeping it real goes wrong, when keeping it scripted goes very, very wrong. But, I'm pretty sure again, the Mr. Mascot will receive a very good check. But in other news and related to boxing, I did not know that Floyd Mayweather was fighting last night. An exhibition fight. Floyd Mayweather fought an exhibition fight, against John Gotti III. John Gotti III, who is a professional boxer, but the fight was stopped in the 6th round. And, look, I'm not knocking Floyd for, getting a $10, $20 million bag, just for fighting an exhibition fight against a guy you can beat. But, these guys shouldn't be in the ring with you. They don't deserve to be in the ring with you. They haven't earned being in the ring with you. Logan Paul did not deserve to be in the ring with you. Conor McGregor was actually a good fight. It was actually a good fight, and it did huge numbers. The guy, the kickboxer that you fought in Asia or something like that, and I understand, and again, I'm not knocking your hustle, because, you're still able to keep yourself in, I understand you're an athlete. You're an athlete first and foremost, and you're able to do what you do best, making huge sums of money for fighting people that can't beat you. But this fight got very heated because apparently it was a lot of, and I have since watched the fight, it was getting very heated because there was a lot of trash talk in there. There was a lot of shit talking coming a lot from John Gotti. Now, John Gotti III, grandson of the legendary, notorious mafia crime boss, John Gotti. And you've seen the show Growing Up Gotti, or at least, I'm pretty sure most of you have. But it was a lot of trash talk, and referee Kenny Bayless, for whatever reason, was not liking the trash talk. And through midst of the trash talk, Floyd Mayweather was starting to sting it. Was starting to sting his ass. I mean, for real. I mean, like, he was starting to catch his ass for real. And looked like John Gotti, because he was talking so much, he was talking so much shit, and he was getting in his feelings or whatever. He kept talking shit. Now, what happens is Kenny Bayless steps in and stops the fight. He stops the fight. He disqualifies John Gotti, I guess, for the trash talking. Now, me personally, my personal opinion, I'm not going to disqualify a boxer for talking trash. If this is basketball and it's getting to a level where it doesn't need to be at, whatever, or football and it's getting to a level where it doesn't need to be at, fine. But I will never disqualify a boxer for shit talking, because you're in a fight already. So, to me, I think the trash talking adds a level of drama to the fight that is more entertaining for the fans. But for whatever reason, Kenny Bayless stopped the fight. And then he's looking at John Gotti, and John Gotti's looking at Kenny Bayless. And then he goes past Kenny Bayless because now he wants to, he still wants to fight. And he starts trying to wail on Floyd, and Floyd is defending himself, and pop! And he right hooked the fuck out of John Gotti. That sent him staggering back. Then it got ugly. And when I say it got ugly, this has actually gotten very ugly. Inside and outside the ring. This has gotten ugly. Because the Gotti family storms in the ring, and the money team storm in the ring, and they start brawling. Now, a lot of people are saying, this is scripted, this, that, and the third. From what I saw and the 6 or 7 different angles that I saw, people were getting punched in the face for real. People were getting thrown out of the ring for real. This got very ugly, very fast. Floyd jumped out the ring with his security. I don't blame him. You don't want to get into the middle of that shit and end up having to pay a fine, being, for whatever reason, and losing any part of your bag. Floyd is a very smart businessman, if you can't say nothing else about him. But this got very ugly. And the Gotti family is very very upset and they're being very, very disrespectful to Floyd Mayweather and his family. Now after the fight, John Gotti III puts on his Instagram, "Punk bitch Floyd Mayweather, you my enemy for life." And then the sister, Nicolette Gotti, the sister of John Gotti III, says this on Instagram: "Floyd Mayweather, your daughter was ran through by an animal with 12 different baby mamas. Your little circus animal. You're all a pack of zoo animals. I swear on my kids, I'm coming for your daughter. It may be 2 years, 3 years from now, but I'm coming." This is, while they're a very famous family in pop culture, this was a mafia family. This is a mafia family who is declaring war on Floyd Mayweather's family. Now, my personal opinion, the comments by the granddaughter, by John Gotti III's sister to Yaya Mayweather, I don't know what Yaya Mayweather has to do with this, what Floyd's daughter has to do with it, but that's some street mob shit right there, bruh. If I can't get you one way, I'll get you another. And the only reason why I didn't do this as a segment of We Beefing is because this was a boxing match. And when you boxing, you beefing in some form or fashion. I'll get to We Beefing in a second. But, yo, like, I don't know, like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do with that type of message threatening your daughter? I'm just curious. If you're Floyd Money Mayweather, what are you supposed to do when you have the descendants of one of the most notorious and famous gangsters ever coming at y'all neck now? I'm gonna talk about this with my guys when I get them on the phone, because that shit cray-cray. That shit is crazy. And when I tell you, that shit got ugly real fast. Yes, it did. But now, I am going to get to the segment today. And I don't mean to make this a weekly thing, but it's like these situations that I keep hearing about, and I don't know who necessarily I'm going to say is beefing. Well, Zion Williams. Lord have mercy. I mean, what is these young athletes, these young basketball players, what the hell is wrong with them, man? Zion Williamson comes out in the middle of last week, and announces that him and his girlfriend are expecting a child. Congratulations. Awesome. Congratulations, Zion Williamson. You're about to be a father. But then out of the flames, rising from the ashes, no pun intended, comes his alleged mistress, a porn star named Mariah Mills, who is saying that she has been dealing with Zion for quite some time, and she's offended that he's having a baby on her. She said, he's having a baby on me. So it's like, hold up, time out. So this porn star is allegedly the mistress. Now the one who's pregnant, that's supposed to be the main job. That's the main job. But apparently the porn star is the side piece. And unfortunately, the side piece, she don't like it. She don't like it. Now, I don't know if she knew that she was the side piece, but I tell you what, Zion Williamson knew that she was the damn side piece. And she comes out and claims that he offered to move her to New Orleans just to be closer to Zion. But what is wrong with you, nigga? Bruh. If you, first of all, you're doing dirt. You're doing dirt. You're 20. Everybody said, well, you're 22 years old. Okay, well, look. First of all, you don't invest this much. You don't invest this much in a chick that you know is a side piece unless that's your main joint and you're planning to marry her. Now, if you planning to marry your now pregnant girlfriend, what are you doing messing with the porn star? I mean, she's a porn star. I mean, look, if she was financially good, then she wouldn't be a fucking porn star. Don't you understand this? I don't want to call you a dummy. I'm not going to do that. But don't you understand this, genius? You are making 9 figures. You have a target on your back. See, this is when you can tell that people don't have proper guidance in their circle. I don't want to hear nothing about your damn stepdaddy, okay? Because, bro, anybody could tell you, if you talking and if you in your circle of boys and you talking about your main joint, oh, but by the way, yeah, I'm smashing this porn star on the side. Yeah, I give her $100,000 a month. Nigga, what? You give her, huh?
Bye, bitch.
Hell no. First of all, if you know this is your side piece, if you know that, you don't move the side piece closer to where you lay at, where your main residence is at, where you and your girl is at. Nigga, what's wrong with you? You new niggas are stupid. I'm serious. Y'all, what the hell is wrong with y'all? This 2019 draft class, I got serious questions. I got serious questions. Number 1 overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft was Zion Williamson. He can't stay in shape and he addicted to porn pussy, and he's asking his side piece how much it's gonna cost to move you down closer to me. You don't let a side piece dictate the money you spend, genius. You're the lifeline, genius. And then pick number 2 is John Morant. Mr. I'm addicted to guns. Oh, by the way, a month later, it was a toy. What the fuck, Michael Douglas? Are you serious? Yo, y'all, hey, man, y'all new brand of athlete. Y'all a special kind of idiot. I'm serious. I mean, this is crazy. Because this, I mean, and bruh, and this is how dumb Miss Mariah Mills is. You coming out telling all of this shit on the internet, you could have got a check off of that story alone from YouTube or another big ass news credit joint, but you want to be internet famous. You want to be IG famous. Man, y'all, man, but like, and now they beefing because, oh boy, I can't wait to talk with the fellas about this one. You new athletes are a special type of dumb. Y'all a special type of idiot right there. Is that why you don't never have your ass on the basketball court, Zion? Because you too much into that porn pussy? I can't get back on the court until I feel like Zion. You don't feel like Zion unless you have your mistress close to you? You dumb. You can't get your ass in shape. Can't stay healthy. You're amazing when you're on the court. But now, y'all some special type of idiots, man. I'm serious. Oh my goodness. Let me sit down and talk to you. For real, no, I don't want to hear from the step pappy. You talking about some believe half of what you shut up. Okay, this requires some real nigga talk. You the first, If you trying to sit here and be a pimp, trying to be a player, you don't let no side chick dictate how much money you give her. For goodness sakes, if she was a breadwinner, she wouldn't be doing porn. Okay, I mean, for starters, if she was a breadwinner, if she was a boss, bitch, she wouldn't be doing porn. You fucking jackass.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Yo, that nigga sprung. She 10 years older than him. He 22, she 32. She done put some of that 10-year-old, she done put some of that veteran coochie on him. And she a porn star too. Come on, Zion. I let you do some things to me that I know she don't let you do. Come on, skid on my back, skid on my face. I like that shit. I bet she don't ride that $100 million dick like me, daddy. Oh, you fucking dummy. And you fall for it every time. And every time also is the podcast Monday. So you know I got squad with me. I got brother Calvin, Cud, and David. What it do, fellas?
What's up?
So how was y'all weekend though, first of all?
It was alright. Ain't too much.
David, how about you, sir?
Same.
Okay. Now I said this right before we got on wax. I said when it was the 4 of us on, and hopefully we'll get Sean on in a bit. When it was the 4 of us on a couple of weeks ago, it was good reaction because we funny. And David said, "Well, kind of funny." What would you say, David?
No. What?
I said when I said that we was funny. What did you say, David?
I was like, what the fuck you mean? Funny, nigga, like funny, ha-ha, nigga, or funny in some other way. What the fuck you mean?
Ha funny nigga.
That's it. Oh, okay.
What do you think somebody gonna say? Ooh, I like these niggas' voices. I hope they funny.
Yeah. But that's funny.
All right, well, I've entered this conversation during the new segment called They Beefing. And Zion Williamson, star of the New Orleans Pelicans, who can't never seem to stay on the basketball court, announces last week, in the middle of last week, not even a full week ago, that him and his girlfriend are expecting a baby. So that's great. Congratulations. Wee, yay, you're fucking. Congratulations. But in the midst of all that, this other chick named Mariah Mills, who is a porn star and apparently Zion Williamson's mistress, apparently didn't know that she was the mistress. And she then came out and put all this nigga shit on blast. Oh, he having a baby on me. I helped him get back to his health as far as the basketball court, which you didn't because the nigga only played 29 games this year. But she said that he offered.
That nigga, he was balling no more?
He said what?
I was about to ask, did that nigga still even play ball no more?
Man, this nigga, look, remember right before the play-in started, he was out dunking, put on a dunk contest for the fans, but didn't play. Something, I don't feel like Zion yet. You think he was dealing with that porn pussy too much?
I don't know, man. It's just crazy how. I don't know. It said she got mad, didn't? Did she got mad like? But you didn't. I don't know.
Bro, she got mad.
Yeah, she got mad. She got mad about like he cheated on her or something. Was he going with?
Like I don't think she thought that she was a side chick. But you know who? But you know who knew she was a side chick? He did.
Right. She didn't play her position. That's what it was. She didn't know what this was.
Hey, but here's the thing about it. And now we have strictly gone straight into real nigga talk. Okay, so he knows that she's the side piece though, but yet he asked her how much money would it take to get her to move closer to him, knowing that move closer to you where you and your main chick stay at, huh? These new niggas is something special, bruh.
I mean, that's not new niggas. That's I don't know. That's. Yeah.
Let me ask you something, Calvin and David. And Calvin, I ask you first. If you were in a relationship and you was creeping, and you knew that this person you creeping with is the side chick, would you move her anywhere near where you and your main chick stay at? Calvin, first you answer.
No, I don't think that'd be smart.
And then on top of that, would you ask a side chick? Would you let her dictate the terms of how much money you was giving her?
No, so your point is that she didn't. You right. You actually your point. You absolutely right.
David, same question. If you was in a relationship and you creeping, and would you offer? Would you have a side chick live anywhere near where you stay at?
No, that's why it's in your title. That's why you're a side chick. But that goes to show it. That's what it is. He won't go with her, but she was going with him.
Yep.
He had her thinking he was going with. You know what I'm saying? And people try to jump it down because she's a porn star. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, you da da da. But she a human. You know what I'm saying? Like
I understand she a human, but my thing is, I'm speaking particularly in terms of Zion Williamson. Yes, she is a human, but yeah, if you Zion Williamson, and I don't know who is in his corner, you have to understand you a nine-figure nigga. You a nine-figure nigga. You are a target. And if this chick was a breadwinner, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be doing porn. But be that as it may, I don't care how much she put it on you. If you know, as the nine-figure nigga, the breadwinner, if you know that she's a side chick, why in the fraggle fuck would you offer to move this chick close to you?
Right.
I mean, did you think that your other chick was gonna be down for that?
Well, you automatically on child support from day one. On child support.
Hey, bro, and on top of that,
Let's book a world record shit.
on top of that, Zion Williamson is 22 years old. This porn star Mariah Mills is 32. She got that nigga whipped.
Yeah, she put some. Oh yeah, that's some bad ruby for you.
I mean, she probably let this again. She a porn star, so she probably let him do all type of nasty shit that the main Joan ain't gonna let you do.
I respect that. I mean, that's cool. But at the same time, it's your side shit. It's in your title.
Yeah, it's I mean, with all that stuff inside, you just supposed to why he wouldn't want to lose her. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm telling you, she probably thought that it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably ain't know about the other girl. You know,
And you know, for the way that she responded, that's what I'm thinking is that, you know, that she either did know that that he had another Joan, and he maybe made some promises to her that he ain't keep, or she didn't know at all. Because I'm talking about immediately after he posted this tweet about him and his girl having a baby, immediately here comes the other chick talking some, wait a minute, you having a baby on me? Nigga, I did this, nigga, I did that, nigga, I clap back.
but you know, we're not surprised you did those things, because that's what you do.
Yeah, pretty much. Not
So
surprised at all.
that's why it was a little, you know, embellished. You should have just came out and said, like, look, this nigga lied, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ain't have to put that in there.
Yeah, you
If it was like that, you know, I think it would look, you know.
But look, if
Oh, no.
it's money she worried about, she played her hand wrong too. Because if these stories that she is saying is true, what the hell you saying them on IG for? Say that shit to TMZ and get a check.
Didn't the same thing happen? Didn't the same thing happen with Lil Baby?
I don't look. I expect that from rappers.
I mean that he in that demographic. You know what I'm saying? Like he identified with a lot of rappers right now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, Lil Baby got about. I think Lil Baby the same age as look, Zion Williamson is 22 years old. I think Lil Baby got about 10 years on her. But
Little Baby?
oh no, you know who I thought you was talking about? Da Baby. I'm sorry.
The baby.
Yeah, I'm thinking you talking about Da Baby. No, Lil Baby. Yeah, Lil Baby about 26, 27. So around, yeah, I'd say around the same demographic. But bruh, like this, my thing is like, for one, first of all, I have so many questions about the 2019 draft class. Because the number one pick was Zion Williamson. Can't stay in shape, can't stay on the court. Absolutely magnificent when he is on the court. But now addicted to porn pussy, and he don't know how to control his side chicks. Second pick of that draft was Ja Morant. Enough said. Oh, by the way, now it was a toy gun. Get the fuck out of here. These new young athletes, they a new type of stupid.
Wow.
Because he's clearly whipped. He is sprung.
Yeah.
And how you think that pregnancy is going right now?
I don't know, probably a lot better than everybody thinks. She got. I mean, if in fact they did know about each other, it'd be like, oh, she won.
Oh well, I mean, if you want to look as far as a financial thing, oh yeah, she's set. She definitely set. You better get his fat ass in shape and start playing more than 29 games a season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I'm like, dog, like.
I remember when Shannon Sharp said that on the first take, just before the pandemic when they was drafted. He said all that weight be bouncing down on the knees.
Bruh, I said this on the podcast after he left Duke. I said the way this motherfucker play, I said if he don't take care of his body, by the time he's 28 years old, his game is gonna be like Zach Randolph. And that's not a shot at Zach Randolph, but Zach Randolph's game was back to the basket, more or less bully ball, but no athleticism, no explosion. You know, Zach Randolph's game wasn't built on athleticism. So, I mean, I've been saying that about Zion. And now, like, I just want to know who is in charge of the circle of the people who Zion Williamson and who Ja Morant, who they surround themselves with. Because this is just, now, mind you, this isn't nothing that's going to get you suspended or nothing like this, like, you know, with John Morant's situation. It's not going to cost him time on the basketball court, but he always costs himself enough time on the basketball court because he don't never play. But like, damn, bruh, like, oh my goodness, like, for one, when Jimmy Garoppolo was seen dating a porn star, did you hear about any of this shit?
Yeah, well, it's not that he's dating a porn star, it's just because he's cheating on one.
Yeah. I think that was more the thing with Jimmy Garoppolo too. Yeah, I think that's,
you know what I'm saying? And it may not just be, yeah, well, yeah, because he's cheating on one.
yeah.
Well, and see, and that in the porn star's eyes, he's cheating on her.
We probably decided to play porn star supposed to fall in love.
I mean,
Well, the porn star, man.
I mean,
anyway, it's like your job is this. Like, man,
Yeah,
roll.
that's how some people.
yeah, man, that's what I'm saying.
What is the word, man? Oh,
I mean, but look, considering that occupation, do you take that occupation? I'm not saying you don't take it seriously, but you kind of take it a little differently when a porn star says, I'm in love, and your occupation continues to be porn.
Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna say it's that, because porn is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
That don't make them lesser. That don't make them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, I'm not trying to discard their humanity.
Yeah.
No.
She a female. She felt slighted. She felt betrayed.
Yeah, and to me, that's his fault. That's his look. He's not handling his business well. I'm not saying that I'm mad at her. For the only thing I'm mad at her about is you wanting to be Instagram famous, telling all his business on Instagram. You could have got a check for that, because I'm sure the financial idea has a lot to do with this.
Hey, man, it's the same thing that happened to dude. It's like a little scheme. Every couple of years, we're gonna get some type of athlete cheating with a porn star, getting cheated on. Remember it was Lil Baby and what's her name? I forgot it. I
don't keep up with porn stars. I mean, the only reason.
I mean, I forgot her name. You know, our stuff is Cherokee. You know, we from way, way back. But no,
we 80s babies.
Yeah, but no, it's the same. It's the same thing. What if it's like some type of scheme or something that they do?
What, a Ponzi porn scheme?
It's the exact same thing.
A Ponzi porn scheme?
Some in Hollywood.
Oh, well, when you say that about Hollywood, man, it's a bunch of weirdos going on there in Hollywood. I mean, come on now. I mean, we could say Larsa Pippen is a porn star. We was talking about her last week, the way she thought boxing it out with Michael Jordan's son, after thought boxing out with one of her son's teammates. Come on now.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
How would you feel about that, David?
Hey, man, look, again, we sit there talking about how they making their money. She making their money that way. We do the same thing with Steve Harvey, ex-wife, something like that, something like that.
Oh, Lori Harvey?
Lori Harvey, there we go. That's how she's making the money. That's how she's making the money. Ain't knocking nobody how they make their money. That's her awesome.
Yeah, we talked about that when we was talking about the Kim K School of Thought Boxing. But
there you go.
On to other topic.
That's where they get it from. For real.
I did not know, you guys, that Floyd Mayweather fought last night. I had no idea.
I ain't know neither.
I didn't know that Floyd Mayweather fought last night until I heard about it this morning, and that he fought John Gotti III. We all know who John Gotti is, growing up Gotti. We know what John Gotti's occupation was. Now, I have watched this fight. I have since watched this fight. And it was an exhibition fight. A person like John Gotti's in the ring. John Gotti III is in the ring with Floyd Mayweather because of name only. Let's get that out the way.
Yeah, it was a name fight.
Yeah, but apparently it was a lot of shit talking during the boxing match. And when I watched the fight, I mean, Floyd was starting to fight him for real. I'm talking about like pop shotting, you know, the classic Mayweather stuff. Because while dude is running his mouth, Floyd is hitting him in the mouth. And then in the 6th round, bunch of shit talking going on. The referee, Kenny Bayless, stops the fight and disqualifies John Gotti. Now listen, me personally, I would never disqualify a boxer for talking shit to another boxer. You're already in a fight. I would never do that. But after that, you know, as Kenny Bayless is trying to be in between the two fighters, John Gotti pretty much moves Kenny Bayless out the way and starts to wail on Mayweather. And now both corners are coming into the ring. Now Mayweather, he defended himself, and he caught John Gotti. He caught him with a flush right hand that had him stumbling back. But then after that happened, a whole brawl broke out in the ring between the Gotti family and the money team.
Is this the real John Gotti? This John Gotti, the gangster's grandson?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he boxed?
Yeah, he boxes.
Is this like some type of, of all the celebrities that they box, is this all part of the same little league or whatever?
No, he's an actual real boxer. He's a real boxer. I think he's ranked like 300 something in the world. And I'm like, I didn't know that many motherfuckers was boxing.
Wait, how many?
He's not an established boxer, but he's an actual boxer.
Man.
But ever since then, the trash talking has gotten a little bit more real. Okay, after the fight, John Gotti goes to Instagram and posts, "Punk bitch Floyd Mayweather, you my enemy for life." And his sister, John Gotti's granddaughter, said, "Floyd Mayweather, your daughter was ran through by an animal with 12 different baby mamas. You little circus animal. You're all a pack of zoo animals. I swear on my kids, I'm coming for your daughter. There may be 2 years, 3 years from now, but I'm coming." What do you guys think of that?
Well,
This is a mafia family now.
Yeah, if it was somebody else, I'd be like, I wouldn't say nothing other, but if it's the guys, I'd be like,
I know more. Well, technically, I mean, yeah, it's mafia, but if you do it like them, if you snitch, you know what I'm saying, you know more good. And if I believe if he's the third, then the junior cooperated. So they just that's how Italian talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hurt my, I mean, that nigga ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna, a disgrace. Nah, I don't do it. You talking about one of the richest people in the world. You know what I'm saying?
But I think the whole coming for Floyd Mayweather's daughter was just out of pocket. And then, and it was damn near borderline racist. Pack of animals. Now, when she said an animal with 12 baby mamas, she talking about NBA YoungBoy. But I'm like, damn, I'm coming for your daughter? Like that's.
I mean, cause his last name Gotti, he knew it's part of his, probably part of his little act. Part of his whole, not act, but persona who he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's within character. So, you see what I'm saying? Like, he not going, he did hurt, and that's terrible. That's below the belt. But it's nothing behind it. He ain't gonna do nothing. You know, you shouldn't talk that way about no children. You got a problem with, adults. But
well, I mean, yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, I'm just saying, like, she's a grown-ass woman now, but I don't see what the logic was of bringing his daughter into it, unless, you are trying to play into character. If I can't get you one way, I'll get you another way.
Yeah.
I think they was just talking shit.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Floyd talked his shit, and that guy that came off and he talked his shit to Gotti, but there probably ain't nothing behind it. They was just two boxers. Shit got heated. They just talk some shit. They went to the internet, and now we as internet consuming people, now we taking that shit either out of context or it's just internet.
I mean, how can you take that out of context? I'm coming for your daughter?
Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward.
Facebook.
If y'all
on Facebook or Instagram.
If he said now, if he, you know what I'm saying?
No, this wasn't the boxer who said this about Floyd Mayweather's daughter. This was his sister. This was John Gotti's granddaughter.
Oh, another shit on this.
Right.
The fuck is she gonna do? Because they just playing on their name. That's all that shit is.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all. They just playing on their name. That's it.
If she pull up now, it's something different.
Yeah.
Pull up, then it's different. If she don't pull up and they just talking shit, then it's just talking shit. Just talking shit.
Yeah.
The shit got out of hand. There was a fight. Whatever, was a little brawl. Maybe it'll talk itself up to maybe Mayweather will take that nigga seriously. They'll have an actual fight. They'll go from exhibition to an actual fight. Who knows? But this is just another Mayweather scheme. That's why I didn't take the fight no mind. I knew there was a fight going on between Mayweather, but it was like I stopped saying Mayweather shenanigans a lot of it. No attention a long time ago.
Well, I could have known about the fight, but I wasn't gonna pay for it regardless. Because, like I said, I had no idea that that he was fighting, and I was like, I saw the topic on a couple of sports shows. I'm like, wait a minute, Floyd Mayweather fought last night? Because like yesterday when I was looking on the Fire Stick, I was just looking at movies. And by the way, have y'all seen Fast and the Furious 10?
Yeah.
What'd you think? It was better than Part 9, I tell you that.
But with Ken being out there now and the way the shit ended.
Well, it's supposed to be like 2 more parts to it.
But they was like, all right, this is going to be the last one. This is going to wrap it up. They ain't wrap up shit.
Bro, they doing this shit like the Avengers did with Infinity Wars and Endgame.
Hey, Brandon.
Uh-huh.
Wrap that shit up.
Hey, Brandon.
Huh?
I'm tired. I'm tired of these niggas, man.
What, Fast and the Furious?
Exactly.
I'm tired of these. I'm tired of the shit. It's the same.
Yeah.
Listen, hit me up. The only thing stands of this organization taking over the world is these niggas racing around Europe. You know what I'm saying? No, they not pulling no trigger. They not collecting no data. They just driving. You know what I'm saying?
They got a gas by now.
They just driving. I'm tired. The first one was great. The second one was, it had Lucas in it. That was my boy.
The second one, it has always been my favorite. But go ahead.
Yeah. The third one, it was like, okay, now I'm seeing a little, that tree looks familiar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Tokyo Drift, that was an awful one.
You know what I'm saying? But still, that same tree looks familiar. Well, that was awful. Okay, but then the next one, that tree looked real familiar.
Yeah.
That shit, it's the same thing, man. The only thing standing between me, the only thing between nuclear war and them is these cars.
It's who?
These cars they drive.
Oh.
These cars, like ain't nobody looking for these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. You think the world would be? That shit crazy. It's the same shit. It don't make sense no more.
Hey, look.
Exactly.
I just, the only thing that, I'm not gonna front. I love the movie, and I thought that my man who's Aquaman, now I'm having a brain fart. Jason Momoa. I thought he was fantastic because he was such a psycho.
Like the Joker.
Yeah, he reminded me of the Joker. He did. He reminded me of the Joker. Like when he was sitting there talking to them dead motherfuckers, I was like, this nigga is sick. But I mean, the one thing that does irritate me with the franchise is that no one ever really dies.
No, that's not true. Han died 3 times.
Yes, he died 3 times.
He had to kill the same dude twice. Come on now.
Han is the only one I know who died in a flashback. Okay.
Right.
He had to die twice for this story to live on. You know what I'm saying? That's how dedicated
They brought it back again.
I mean, yeah, Han was supposed to, and the main enemy of every movie ends up joining the crew.
Yeah. But they didn't bring the Rock back.
I mean, not only that, like I said, no one ever really dies. Giselle is back.
Giselle back.
Yeah. Oh shit, you hadn't seen it? Spoiler alert.
It's already out there. The only one they can't bring back is Brian, because he dead.
And I think John Cena's character, I don't know though. I don't know because they never die on Fast and the Furious. I don't know. Maybe but when that truck was crashing, maybe he disappeared in an invisible ejection seat. I don't know, because they never die. And everybody who's an enemy first becomes a friend. The Rock became part of the crew. Jason Statham became part of the crew. His brother became part of the crew. Cypher got to be part of the goddamn crew now.
Yeah, he was.
But I'm gonna say this again. I thought the movie was great. It was way better than the ninth, because the ninth one to me was like, when they sent that damn car into outer space, that's when I was like, y'all running out of ideas.
Man, in space.
Exactly. I'm with you, Cal. When you got Ludacris in space, it's like you ain't got nothing better to do.
Ludacris and Tyrese.
I was over Tyrese a long time ago.
But to be honest with you, that's what I was watching on the Fire Stick, so I didn't check any sports. I never knew that it was a Mayweather fight on, because the only thing I had heard in terms of boxing was Conor McGregor knocking out the fucking mascot of the Miami Heat.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was funny as shit.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was real. I thought Conor McGregor. I thought he worked for them for something.
No, it was supposed to be a skit. You know, he was supposed to hit him, but he wasn't supposed to hit him like that and then punch him in the face again when he's flat on his back.
Well, I'm sure he find some type of way for him.
I think Homeboy probably getting a check. Homeboy better be getting a check off of that. He knocked the fuck out that man and then punched him twice.
Conor McGregor hit him for real. He thought it was a game. Conor McGregor hit him for real.
He hit him for real. Because the whole thing was him promoting this new muscle cream, this muscle relaxing cream. So the skit is supposed to be, okay, you hit him in the face, and then you like put your cream on him or whatever to make it, okay, now all of a sudden here's your cream, you feel better, motherfucker. Except Conor McGregor just went way too far.
Like, his muscles are relaxed. His muscles are so relaxed, he almost grabbed his thing. Conor McGregor, he sent his muscles at ease.
Two piece.
Sent him to sleep.
So what do y'all think of the finals? You think it's ending tonight? Huh? The NBA finals. Do you think it gets wrapped up tonight?
I hope not, but probably.
Yeah, man. Denver's just better than them, bro. Denver is just better than them.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Now, before we disconnect, I did want to talk about the events that happened at that graduation. You know, we come on here and we're silly, and I love it because it's fun, it's funny, in a ha way, David. The graduation, David, I don't know if you heard about this in West Virginia, but last week.
We get news, boy.
No, I know that, but I didn't know, like. I fucking hate you. I'm trying to be serious. But yeah, the whole thing with the graduation shooting, that shit really pissed me off. It just really did. Because you have a day that is supposed to be a day that you'll remember for the rest of your life for all of the right reasons. But instead, you have two people dead all over some dumb shit. You have a student and you have a stepfather dead over some dumb shit, over some prior beef. Now, I done heard things about the kid that got killed that he may have allegedly did a year ago. I don't know nothing about that. But, you have a problem with somebody, so you're going to start blasting in a crowd of hundreds of people? A little girl gets hit by a car?
Right.
It's like, I support Black Lives Matter. I really do. But I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. When is Black lives going to start mattering most to black people?
Hey, you know what? I said the exact same thing, dog. Like, I remember I seen this thing on Facebook. about us as somebody in the city is doing these fights for people, like put the guns down, put your hands up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I thought this was neat. That'll show people how. That'll show, you know what I'm saying? That's neat what they trying to do. But all it takes is for one of these little. All it takes is for one of these little young dudes to go on a fight, see somebody get knocked out, and decide that he ain't gonna never try to fight nobody. He ain't gonna always do stupid shit like that.
But hurt pride. But hurt pride.
I thought that was a terrible idea. I was like, these niggas, they so scared. They not gonna want to fight after seeing these boxing matches. They seeing people with no guns either. They don't want to see that.
And it's not like this is something that's new to the game, because we saw one of the most iconic movies in our fucking culture, Friday, 1995. What did Pop say? This would make you a man, putting up your fists. When I was growing up, this is all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to see another day. Now think about it. This is the mid-90s, so that's almost 30 years ago. So this ain't new to the game. Niggas are scared to take an ass whooping.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. No, our generation, we were probably the last generation that fought. This generation now, they don't fight no more.
Part of our generation still fought, David, but part of our generation contributed to this shit.
Yeah, that's we had crunk music. They got niggas high and shooting.
Because see, crunk music led to a fight, and then that led to Pop in the Trunk.
Yeah. This generation got NBA young boy and John Morant.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It was a toy gun. Remember that? It wasn't no fucking toy gun. It wasn't no fucking.
You believe what you want to believe?
It won't no fucking toy gun. He should get suspended longer just for that bullshit. Because if it was a toy gun, you'd have said it was a toy gun right after the story broke. You dummy. Oh, that shit get on my nerves. But for real, but that graduation, that shit really, it just hit home, not just because it was in Richmond, but it's like, damn, man, like, graduation is supposed to be sacred. Again, not only did you ruin the graduation of that school, which was Huguenot, you ruined the graduation of the school that was supposed to graduate right after you in Thomas Jefferson. And they ended up doing their graduation at their school. They ended up doing a bunch of Richmond City public schools started doing their graduation, at least for this year, the way you would see it done on TV in your fucking gym.
Right.
And it's like, damn, like, even if you was mad, you couldn't wait until you got around, till you weren't around a bunch of people where you could handle this one-on-one. Like, I don't get it. And then I've heard about, cruel messages put on social media to the mother of the kid who was killed. Because, again, he was alleged to have done something last year. Like I said, I don't know shit about that. I hear one story, I hear another story. But when you're dealing with a grieving mother who had nothing to do with nothing, don't be out of pocket. Don't be out of pocket. Goodness gracious. Don't be a dickhead. And that's why I say, like, again, I support Black Lives Matter, but God damn it, when is Black lives going to start mattering most to black people? Because if this was, I'm not trying to be funny, if this was a crowd full of people coming out of Huguenot graduation and a white person did that, all hell would have broken loose.
Right.
Or anybody who ain't black, let me put it that way.
You're right. We literally just had the Texas shooting, not but about a month ago or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm just literally like, this is commonplace now. It's not because it happened in Richmond or anything like that. It's just another event.
And it's sad.
People get shot at.
It's sad.
This is commonplace.
Because the United States of America has no control over gun laws. None. And the thing is, it's not the gun. I ain't never seen a trigger pull itself.
No.
It's too easy for stupid motherfuckers to access guns.
Right. I agree with that. Get your hand on the burner. Literally is.
I ain't never seen a trigger pull itself. Ever. And you can tell a person You could tell what type of person doesn't need to have a gun.
John Moran.
Yes, John Moran. I never forget one day. When I was in Holland Springs at my first apartment, and one neighborhood was beefing with another one, and some people I knew got their hands on a gun, and went in the house. He started just raising that bitch up. I got the gun. Everybody started getting all hype. I'm like, all right, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Because I'm not. No, because it's like it's almost getting to be like the fucking Wild Wild West, where the value of life is just, so what?
Yeah, it's fine.
What? Oh, but like Don King said, only in America.
That's it. And we ain't gonna change. And it's not gonna change. And we think that it's gonna change. It's not gonna change.
And what's funny, what's gonna be the greatest shit show on earth, and Calvin, I know this is right up your alley. Next year being an election year, you know how much this shit is gonna get talked about?
Mm-hmm. Somebody say that it's gonna be all right.
Hey, Calvin loved in politics. He say it's the greatest shit show on earth.
Yeah, Biden and them, they gonna talk about how the boy shouldn't have had guns, and the Republicans, they gonna try to talk about how they gonna just spend it how they spend it.
Mm-hmm.
It's Biden trying to hold back rank and bearer arm laws, and all this other mess. Everybody trying to prohibit you from getting a gun, and it's your right as an American to have a pistol and all this other jazz. It's the same old narrative that's playing out right now. But that narrative is sending high school kids to the hospital and the morgue. So,
high school kids, elementary school kids, bruh.
Every kid, every old person, everybody. Because the wrong person has their hand on a pistol and don't know what to do with it. Gun safety should be taught in schools. For real.
You think that gun safety should be taught in school?
If we have the right to all these other things and the right to bear arms and everything, we need to know what these rights are about.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
And I also think that every school needs a fucking metal detector in it. I don't give a damn how rich your subdivision or your community is. Most of this shit happens in the rich schools.
Exactly.
So I've thought this for a very long time, that every school, whether you a city school, a county school, wherever, needs metal detectors.
Well,
but this situation is so unique because
that's how they gonna spend it. My bad. I'm sorry, Brandon. That's how they gonna spend it. They gonna say, because Republicans, they trying to keep the gun. They trying to not change the gun law. So they gonna say, this don't have nothing to do with gun law. This was personal. Right. That's what they gonna do. Right. This was targeted. This was you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and see what makes this situation unique is that it wasn't it wasn't at a school, it was at a public place, the Altria Theater. But still though, like, it doesn't make a difference. Like, still, like, it's just irritating. It's just irritating.
Well, not to take off that topic, but we got metal detectors up here.
I know that's right. I know the fuck that's right.
We have open carry now. So I mean, all the way from the high school to whatever. Yeah, you can carry up here. It's open carry state now.
West Virginia.
There's metal detectors. Yeah, but but there's also metal detectors in the schools now.
Bro, it needs to be metal detectors in every school. I don't give a damn if it's a elementary school. And I know you don't want to send that type of message to some parents who are real sensitive about that. But if you really want, people need to face the reality. If you really want your kids to be safe, you want to have this type of feeling. And but if you want your kids to really be safe, then take all proper precautions. I don't give a fuck what it looks like, as long as you know that you're going to be able to pick up your son or your daughter from school every day and had them come home unscathed, and I have to worry about no lunatic, whether that's a student or somebody from off campus, coming in there with a gun and just spraying shit up just because they're having a bad fucking day.
Exactly.
And as far as our black community is concerned, I don't want to hear shit about Black Lives Matter until it matters to us the most. Because still, we take us out more than anybody.
Yeah, that's good shit. Way back in the day.
Way back in the day. So anyway, I felt it my responsibility, us being 3 black men, us being 3 black parents, talking about that situation. So anyway, I'm about to get something to eat. I'm getting off this goddamn phone. And the game has already started. You know, like I said, I think this is over with. I think Denver's celebrating the championship tonight.
Yeah, well, it might be.
All right, well, fellas, till next time, my niggas.
All right, bro.
Later.
All
All right.
Later on, fella.
Oh, look, I you know, I like this show to be fun, loving, and everything else, but it is sports plus life, and life does happen. So, and this happened home. This happened here. So yes, absolutely, I'm gonna discuss it because it really made me sick. It did. Made me sick to my fucking stomach to hear that shit. But and just my heart goes out to everybody. But with that being said, with a buzzer. Yeah, I'm just saying, and sometimes I get, you know, I don't want to say emotional, but I do get passionate about that because I just want to see people do good. I want to see everybody do good. I want to see everybody live as long as they possibly can. I understand that that's not going to happen all of the time, but if it's something that's easily preventable, I think we as people need to go and do our best to try to prevent things like this from happening. And in the case of the United States of America, we haven't done that. And in the case of the black community, things like this have been glorified for a very long time. Now look, I'm a musician. I have rapped. I have written verses that have said that type of violence, where it involves a gun or a gun sound effect. So I'm not absolving myself from nothing. But as you get older and you see what's more important, and I never was a person to try to carry myself in that form of fashion. I don't give a fuck what I rapped or what I sung about. I never was a person who tried to carry myself in that form of fashion. I am pro-life. I promise you that. But we have to do better. And, you know, sometimes you say that and it just gets numb to hear it. Yeah, I know we got to do better. Well, then when are we going to start doing it? So, you know, it just is what it is. But definitely hit that subscription button and become part of the Sports Plus Life family. It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, okay? You know, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I got some chores to do. I'm gonna finish folding these clothes. Hey, I mean, everyday dude, you feel me? But I'm out this there. Peace, and I love you. Be safe.